This is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardines, to use this as an educational material. Good day, everyone. We are the Group 1 and we will talk about the globalization of religion. The globalization of religion is a multi-phased process that transcends traditional boundaries of nation-states and cultures driven by advancements in technology, increased interconnectedness, migration, and the exchange of ideas. This phenomenon involves the rapid spread of religious ideas and teachings through various channels such as mass media, the internet, and global travel reaching diverse audiences worldwide. Globalization fosters cross-cultural interactions leading to exchange, dialogue, and sometimes conflicts between religious traditions. Additionally, migration and globalization have led to the formation of diaspora communities where religious practices and identities are maintained or transformed in new cultural contexts. Transnational religious organizations now operate across multiple countries, influencing local and global affairs. Moreover, globalization can lead to religious syncretism as different religious practices encounter and interact with one another diverse cultural contexts. This process challenges the traditional authority structures within religious institutions and prompts responses to global issues such as poverty, climate change, and conflict resolution. In essence, globalization of religion has profound implications for societies, cultures, politics, and individual identities worldwide. The spread of religious ideas and beliefs across geographical boundaries is a fundamental aspect of globalization of religion, facilitated by various factors such as technological advancements, increased mobility, and cultural exchange. This process involves the dissemination of core religious doctrines, practices, rituals, and values beyond their original cultural and geographical contexts, reaching diverse populations worldwide. One of the key mechanisms driving the spread of religious ideas is the advancement of communication technologies. The proliferation of the internet, social media platforms, televisions, radio, and print media enables religious organizations and individuals to share their beliefs and teachings with a global audience instantaneously. Through these mediums, religious leaders, scholars, and practitioners can broadcast sermons, teachings, and religious literature to followers across different continents, transcending linguistic and cultural barriers. Global travel and migration also play a significant role in spreading religious ideas. As people migrate and settle in new countries and regions, they often bring their religious beliefs and practices with them. Diaspora communities serve as conduits for the transmissions of religious traditions, contributing to the diversification of religious landscapes in host countries. Additionally, pilgrimages to sacred sites and religious tourism facilitate the exchange of religious ideas as individuals encounter different religious practices and cultures firsthand. Cultural exchange and interfaith dialogue further promote the spread of religious ideas by fostering mutual understanding and cooperation among diverse religious communities. Through initiatives such as academic conferences, religious festivals, and interfaith forums, individuals from different religious backgrounds come together to share their beliefs, experiences, and perspectives, leading to the cross-pollination of ideas and emergence of new religious synthesis. Moreover, globalization has led to the emergence of global religious movements and organizations that transcend national boundaries. These transnational religious networks facilitate the dissemination of religious ideas and provide platforms for collaboration and solidarity among believers worldwide. Examples include evangelical Christian missions, Islamic missionary movements, and Buddhist meditation centers and branches in multiple countries. The spread of religious ideas across geographical boundaries is a dynamic and complex process shaped by technological, social, and cultural factors. It reflects the interconnectedness of contemporary world and highlights the enduring significance of religion as a global phenomenon. Thank you.
So my topic is religious syncretism and hybridization, where different religious traditions merge and influence each other. So religious syncretism and hybridization refers to the blending or merging of different religious traditions, where elements of one religion are incorporated into another. This can happen through cultural exchange, colonization, or migration, leading to the formation of new religious practices and beliefs. So my second topic is impact of globalization on religious identity and practice. Globalization has had a profound impact on how religions are practiced and understood. It has facilitated the spread of religious ideas and practices across borders, leading to the formation of global religious communities. It has also challenged traditional religious identities, as people are exposed to a wide range of beliefs and practices. This had led to both the revitalization of traditional beliefs and the emergence of new forms of religious expressions. Examples of religious syncretism and the impact of globalization on religious identity and practice can be seen in various aspects of Filipino culture and society. So, first example is Santo Niño de Cebu. The image of the Santo Niño in Cebu is a significant example of religious syncretism. It represents the merging of Catholicism with indigenous Filipino beliefs. The Santo Niño is venerated by many Filipinos, and the Sinulog Festival in Cebu celebrates this religious icon through dance and music, blending Catholic and indigenous elements. Second example is Quinceañera, the celebration of a girl's 15th birthday. Known as a quinceañera is another example of religious syncretism in the Philippines. While it is primarily a Catholic tradition, it also reflects influences from indigenous Filipino and Spanish cultures. So, third examples is Christmas celebrations. The way Christmas is celebrated in the Philippines is a blend of Catholic traditions and global influences. The Philippines is known for having one of the longest Christmas seasons, starting as early as September. The celebrations include traditional Catholic practices such as Simbang Gabi, as well as global customs like exchanging gifts and decorating Christmas trees.
Fundamentalism or religious fundamentalism is the literal belief in the holy books of a particular religion. This type of religious belief is mostly found in three Abrahamic religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Fundamentalists believe that the texts of their holy books, usually the Bible and Quran, were inspired by God or one of his messengers. Therefore, they cannot be altered by humans or politics or governments. Fundamentalists, including fundamentalist Muslims, evangelical Christians, and ultra-Orthodox Jews, can be found in many different parts of the world. But Christian fundamentalists are quite numerous in the American South. India has seen a great deal of violence between Hindus and Muslims due to fundamentalism or the fundamentalists in both groups. This is despite the country's founders' commitment to secularism and religious pluralism. However, communalism continues to be a major problem as it promotes animosity between groups. Religious fundamentalism, it also refers to a belief in strict literal interpretation of religious texts or doctrines. It often involves a desire to preserve traditional values and practices within a religious community, rejecting modern or liberal interpretations. Resistance to globalization from a religious fundamentalist or religious fundamentalism perspective can stem from concerns about the erosion of cultural and religious identities, perceived moral decay, and the influence of secular values promoted by globalization. The resistance may manifest in various forms, including political activism, cultural preservation efforts, and sometimes even violence. Now let's talk about technology and media. Technology and media play significant roles in disseminating religious messages globally by providing platforms for communication, outreach, and education. Here are some ways they contribute. Social media platforms. Social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram allow religious leaders, organizations, and followers to share teachings, prayers, inspirational messages, and updates with a global audience instantly. Website and apps. Many religious organizations have websites and mobile apps where they provide resources such as scriptures, sermons, educational materials, and even information to followers worldwide. Streaming services. Live streaming and on-demand video services enable religious services, ceremony, and events to be broadcasted to people who are unable to attend physically. This allows for broader participation and engagement. Podcasts and blogs. Religious leaders and scholars often use podcasts and blogs to discuss theological topics, provide guidance, and share personal insights, reaching audiences around the world. Online communities. Virtual forums or online communities, discussion groups, and online forums provide space for people to connect, discuss religious beliefs, share experiences, and seek advice regardless of geographical location. And mobile messaging. Mobile messaging apps like WhatsApp or Telegram are used by religious groups to distribute daily prayers, devotional readings, and other spiritual content directly to individuals or groups. Overall, technology and media have facilitated the globalization of religious messages, enabling believers to connect, learn, practice their faith in new and innovative ways across borders and culture.
Good day, everyone. My topic is all about the interfaith dialogue and the cooperation in a globalized world and influence of economic globalization and religious institutions and practices. So, let me explain first the interfaith dialogue and cooperation in a globalized world. So, interfaith dialogue and cooperation in a globalized world refers to the effort aimed at fostering understanding, respect, and collaboration among different religious beliefs and traditions. In a globalized world where diverse communities increasingly interact, interfaith dialogue become essential for promoting peace, harmony, and mutual understanding. Through dialogue, individuals, communities can bridge cultural and religious divides, address common challenges, and work together to promote shared values such as compassion, tolerance, and social justice. This cooperation contributes to building inclusive societies and promoting sustainable peace and development worldwide. So my second topic is influence of economic globalization on religious institutions and practices. So economic globalization has influenced religious institutions and practices in several ways. Increased interconnectedness and mobility have facilitated the spread of religious ideas and practices across borders, leading to a greater diversity and hibernation of religious traditions. Additionally, economic globalization has provided opportunities for religious organizations to expand their outreach and influence through global network, fundraising, and charitable activities. However, globalization has also posed challenges such as the commercialization of religious and cultural homogenization and tension between traditional religious values and modern economic forces. Overall, economic globalization has both reshaped and complicated the landscape of religious institutions and practices in the contemporary world. So what are the differences between the interfaith dialogue and the cooperation of a globalization and the influence of economic globalization on religious institutions and practices? So interfaith dialogue and cooperation in a globalized world involve fostering understanding, respect, and collaboration among different religious communities to address common challenges and promote peace and harmony. So it focuses on building bridges across religious divides and finding shared values to work together towards common goals. So on the other hand, the influence of economic globalization on religious institutions and practices refers to how economic forces and processes shape the dynamic of religion in society. This includes factors such as increased mobility and communication and trade, which have facilitated the spread of religious ideas and practices, but also lead to commercialization, commodification, and sometimes secularization of religious traditions. So in essence, while interfaith dialogue emphasizes mutual understanding and collaboration among different religious groups, the influence of economic globalization on religious institutions and practices highlights the broader socio-economic forces that impact how religions are practiced, interpreted, and experienced in a globalized world. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone. My topic is the migration and diaspora communities and their impact on religious diversity and transmission. So, migration and diaspora communities have significantly contributed to the diversity and transmission of religious worldwide. As people move across boundaries, they bring with them their religious beliefs, practices, and cultural traditions, enriching the religious landscape of their new homes. So when we say diaspora, these are the communities served as for the transmission of religious traditions as they maintain connections with their homeland while adapting to new cultural landscapes. For example, the Indian diaspora has played a crucial role in spreading Hinduism and yoga practices worldwide. They contribute to the global dissemination and adapting of these traditions. So the next is cultural imperialism and challenges to the indigenous and minority religious traditions. Cultural imperialism presents a significant challenges to indigenous and minority religious traditions by imposing dominant cultural norms and values upon them. This process often leads to the marginalization and erasure of indigenous beliefs and practices as they are overshadowed by more dominant religious. Indigenous and minority religious tradition face pressure to convert the beliefs and practices of the dominant culture, which can result in a loss of cultural identity and spiritual heritage. Additionally, this cultural imperialism may lead to commodification of indigenous spiritual as it become package of sold it fit mainstream communist ideas. Overcoming cultural imperialism requires efforts to empower indigenous and minority communities to reclaim and preserve their religious traditions.
My topic is transnational religious organization and their role in global affairs. The transnational religious organization are entities that operate across national borders, having a presence and influence in multiple countries. This organization can be religious institution, movements, or networks that share common beliefs, practices, and objectives. They play significant role in the global affairs through various means. First is a social and cultural influence. They shape societal norms, values, and cultural practices by promoting religious teachings, rituals, and traditions. Second is humanitarian aid and development. Many religious organizations are actively involved in providing humanitarian aid, disaster relief, healthcare services, education, and community development programs. Third is conflict resolution and peace building. Some religious organizations promote interfaith dialogue, reconciliation, and peace building to address conflicts that promote harmony among different religious and ethnic groups. Fourth is advocacy and lobbying. Religious organizations advocate for social justice, human rights, environmental sustainability, and other global issues. Fifth is political influence in certain regions or religious organizations have significant political influence, either directly participating in governance or indirectly shaping political agendas and decisions. Six is global networking. Transnational religious organizations have extensive networks of followers and partnership globally. Seven is moral and ethical guidance. They provide moral and ethical guidance to individuals, communities, and institutions addressing ethical dilemmas, moral principles, and values. This guidance can influence ethical consideration in areas such as business practices, scientific advancement, and social norms.
How globalization affects religious practices and beliefs, and analyze the relationship between religion and global and conversely and global place. So globalization's impact on religion. Globalization is a double-edged sword for religion, bringing both opportunities and challenges. Increased exposure and dialogue. So easier travel and communication allow people to encounter different faiths, fostering interfaith dialogue and potentially promoting religious tolerance. Next is spread of religious ideas. Religions can utilize technology and global connections to spread their message and techniques to a wider audience, potentially attracting new followers. Next is adaptation and hybridization. So as cultures makes religious practices may adapt to a new environments or even blend with other traditions, creating new forms of expression. However, there are also downsides like secularization. Exposure to diverse values and secular ideas might lead some to question or abandon their traditional beliefs. Next is religious competition. So globalization can heighten competition between religions, potentially fueling tensions and conflicts. Last is commodification. Religious symbols and practices can be commercialized, potentially cheapening their spiritual significance. So, religions and global peace. A complex dance, the relation between religions and global peace is indicate shared values. Many religions promote peace, compassion, and social justice, which can contribute to a more peaceful world. Community and identify. So, religion can provide a sense of belonging and purpose, fostering social cohesion and reducing conflict within communities. Interfair dialogue, as mentioned earlier, open communication and understanding between religions can help prevent conflict. So, on the other hand, religion can also be a source of tension, like historical conflicts. Religious differences have fueled wars and violence throughout history. Fundamentalism, extreme interpretations of religious texts can lead to intolerance and violence towards those with different beliefs. Political exploitation. Religious leaders can be manipulated to justify violence or political agendas. So that's are the conflicts between globalization and religion. So globalization presents both challenges and opportunities for religion. While it can lead to a more tolerant and peaceful world through increased understanding, it can also exacerbate existing tensions. Ultimately, the role of religions in global peace depends largely on how it is practiced and interpreted. So,
my topic is the role of media in the globalization of culture and religion and creation of global village. The media plays a significant role in the globalization of culture and religion, contributing to the creation of a global village. Through various platforms such as television, internet, and social media, the media disseminates cultural and religion information across borders, facilitating cultural exchange and understanding among diverse populations. This exposure to the different culture and region can lead to increased awareness, tolerance, and interconnectedness, ultimately fostering the concept of global village where people from different backgrounds feel more interconnected and interdependent. Additionally, the media helps break down barriers by showcasing communities and shared human experience, further promoting global unity and cooperation. The media plays a pivotal role in the globalization of culture and region, contributing to the creation of a global village in several ways. Okay. Information dissemination. Media platforms like television, radio, and the internet spread information about various cultural and region worldwide. Cultural exchange through movies, music, and television show. Media facilitates the exchange of cultural practice, norms, and values across borders, leading to cultural hybridization and the emergence of a global culture. Promotion of diversity. Media platforms provide a platform for diverse voice and perspectives, allowing marginalized culture and religion to be heard and recognized on a global scale. Religious outreach. Religious organizations utilize media channels to spread their message, attract followers, and engage with a global audience. Cultural homogenization. While media contributes to cultural exchange, it also has the potential homogenize culture by promoting dominant culture's value and norms, leading to the concerns about cultural imperialism and loss of diversity. Formation of virtual communities. Social media platforms enable individuals with shared cultural or religious interests to form virtual communities, fostering a sense of belonging and connection among people regardless of geographical location.
Does religion unite the global village? So, religion can be both a unifying and divisive force in the global village. It unites people with shared beliefs and values, fostering a sense of community and belonging. However, religious differences can also lead to conflicts and divisions, especially when beliefs clash or are used to justify discrimination or violence. So, while religion has the potential to unite, it also has the power to divide depending on how it's practiced and interpreted. Religion is nothing but a way of life. It helps people to be kind to each other and focus on being good. That's the whole and soul of any religion, but unfortunately, now it has become a tool by means of which hatred is widespread. Religion, being a sensitive topic, attracts everyone when called upon for its needs. This particular attribute of the aspect has attracted cruel-minded people to misuse it. For the record, the biggest cause of death in the planet is due to religious wars till date. Religions can divide the global village due to various factors including differing beliefs, interpretations, and practices among different religion groups. Additionally, historical conflicts, cultural differences, and socio-political tensions often intersect with religious identities, exacerbating divisions. Furthermore, the rigid adherence to specific dogmas or ideologies can lead to exclusivity and intolerance towards other faiths, further fueling discord. In essence, while religion has the potential to unify, it can also be a source of divisions when welded without empathy, understanding, and respect for diversity. And that's all. Thank you.